Okay, so welcome to another episode, episode number 4, where we will be doing internal stakeholder interviews. So, in the last one, I said, okay, the empathize stage is completed, but I forgot one key aspect is the internal stakeholder interviews. Why that is important is because we have the stage, empathize stage is all about gathering information or different requirements from different categories, right? We discuss or we analyzed or analyzed competitors, we analyzed user, we analyzed the business requirement, all those things we did. But in the business required, we did about what the business wants to gain, correct? From a revenue perspective, from the user base perspective, all those things. But what about the technical constraints? What about the government rules and compliant compliantary things? Then the product related thing, the marketing related thing, how they want to position this product. So all those things we have to uh, uh, interview all the relevant stakeholders. So for that we are doing this one. This will be short, so we will be also doing the similar type of thing. So after this we will document the entire empathize stage. So I'll be sharing my screen. Let me just open it and we will dive into ChatGPT. So earlier we completed the the feature by feature comparison and the opportunity areas for CRED investment, right? Opportunity areas for CRED investment. Then what we covered is one glance portfolio health, premium minimal UI, then deeper insights, not just numbers, then gamification done right. All those key things that CRED has the advantage to dominate in the market or becomes a USP. So quick summary: IND money feature rich but cluttered, ticker tap cleaner but too news heavy, small case, good gamification but lacks real investment tracking. CRED opportunity, combine automation, premium minimalism, smart coaching. Think Apple design, Google finance brain, and Netflix engagement. Okay, so we will be doing that competitive analytics. Okay, now what ChatGPT said here is, would you like me to do quickly summarize the final opportunity mapping for CRED? And it gave me a very nicely done documentation for someone who is, let's say, head of design, who is a senior design manager. He wants to quickly go through your this opportunity mapping for the entire product. So we cannot show the all the other thing all the things. He may wants to scan what is the problem and what is the opportunity there. So for there it gave me a very nicely one tabular structure with one column as problem in competitors, data spread across categories but inconsistent coverage. Then it gave me some things, then what is there for credit. Then similarly, basic returns and gains shown in deeper ones. And we will also modify this one when we will document it in empathize stage. So this is good enough for now. Then we will see. Then the summary statement is there. And here it gave me the next step. You have now completed user research, business research, and competitive research. The next proposal is create key problem statements, like how might we solve this issue for the user, how might we increase the revenue of grade. So all those how might we HMW questions we will be doing, and that becomes the define stage. Now we are no more capturing information, we are now analyzing the information, and we are now from broader level we are now narrowing down to a very define and I realized that we forgot one key aspect is the what about the internal stakeholders. When I asked ChatGPT what about internal stakeholder interview in the empathize stage, then it gave me okay brilliant point. You are absolutely right. In any real world design thinking project, especially in company like CRED, we must include internal stakeholder interviews as part of the empathize phase. This adds business feasibility, technical constraints, strategic alignment to our user insights. Then it gave me okay why it matters and all those things. So the key thing to notice here is ChatGPT will forget things, or ChatGPT will miss very important aspects. But as a designer, who your responsibility is to get the information that you want. You should be aware what information you need. Only then you can direct ChatGPT or different research techniques in the offline world also you can do. If you are not clear what you want, you are just researching for the sake of researching, or uh, populating your exam files with, you have done some kind of research just to showcase. That is not going to help you, and the senior designers or someone senior will quickly identify okay this is not relevant, and you will be stuck when they cross questions why it is important, why it is not. So you have to pretty much clear if some techniques are not relevant, or you don't think that matters to you or in your use case, then don't include it. Just because someone else has it in their case study or someone else did it in their user research, you have to do, don't follow that thing. Be clear what you need or what is your goal. And also another good practice is to always write whenever you take some of the techniques, user research techniques. Write the goal what you want to achieve, then you start the technique. Let's say now is the stakeholder interviews. Why do I want it? I just want to know, see, I just want to know what is the uh, key things that I need to know from the product leaders, from the marketing leaders, from the government, compliance or legal team, from the engineering team, from the customer support team. All those things I don't know it yet. If I design something that overlooks all those things or misses all these important points, then I may design something which will not be feasible in the later way, which will not help anybody and also waste a lot of time. So now what ChatGPT is saying is who to interview fictional and but realistic roles is product leaders or investments. Why we are doing it? To understand or to learn the vision for the product, must have features, then roadmap dependencies. For marketing leaders, how it will be positioned, who they want to target, launch strategy, etc. etc. Then from the engineering side, what is the feasibility of auto syncs, integrations, backend readiness, and all those things. From compliance, like I said, okay, I want to show you one example of how this compliance is very important. Is limited around data sync, tax reporting, KYC rules, accessibility rules. Recently, I don't know if you have noticed one uh, news came out where the Delhi High Court sent legal notices to Swiggy and Jepto, along with the ministry, the Ministry of Electronics and IT, Information Technology, for failing to make their food delivery apps accessible to visually impaired users. Means the platform was not compliant with the accessibility guidelines. Although at the time of designing, or sorry, at the time of hiring or giving different talks, senior designers or in the design teams are like it is a mandatory thing that they look for, that the designers have to compliant with the accessibility or have to adhere to the accessibility guidelines. But there's a gap in the implementation side. Even though the designers are very reputed and all those things, the team failed to implement the accessibility things. So this is also when you miss all those things, The government has strict guidelines for all those things. When you miss out, when you become big, then the government may intervene or send you legal notices to compliant with these rules. And this is a mandatory thing. It's not something that you can miss. So now this is an investment tracking app. So this is related to finance and this is related to money. When money comes, there is even very stricter guidelines that comes from SEBI, from NSE, BSE, or stock exchanges, or governments, different bodies. Very strict guidelines, right? You have to understand all those tax reporting things, the KYC rules, and all those things. So that is also you have to consider. So customer support insights lead, historical user compliance and feature request around financial tools. Customer support, okay, historical user complaints and feature request around financial tools. This is also you have to understand, and customer support becomes a very good uh, information resource. They directly get to communicate with the users, right? And user complain a lot of things related to a service, product, or maybe requesting new features. So it can become a very good bang for your resource. So suggested stakeholder interviews is for product, what is the strategic vision behind the launching the product, what are the, and it gave me three different questions for all those things. We will not spend much time on this one. We will follow the same method how we did. Would you like me to help you simulate 1 2 stakeholder interviews now, or like did we do for user personas? We can start with PM and most critical early. Let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. Do you think these questions are there? Is there? What is the strategic vision behind launching this investment product? What are the top three goals from business perspective? What would success look like 6 months post launch? This is for the product and strategy. For marketing, how does this product align with Crane brand story? Who is the ideal user in a segment? What messaging tone should be in the product? The product should follow. For engineering, what third-party integrations are currently possible? Mutual fund APIs, BSE star MF mutual funds, scams, K fintech, and all these things. Are very high level and also very relevant because IND money tracks all those things when I track my mutual funds. So it looks like it will provide you very good information without even when you don't have the stakeholder interviews. And I highly recommend, if you get the chance to talk to the engineering team and all those stakeholders, do that. If you don't, then you can also simulate these things. It will not give you the exact information, but it's like something is better than nothing. And this something is very going to high quality, not like just something surface level. What kind of financial data are we legally allowed to fetch and display? Are there limits around showing SIP returns or tax projections? Can we realistically support real-time sync and periodic updates? Okay, very nice. A short interviews. Would like me to help? Okay, let's go one by one. Uh, should we add any other questions? Should we add any other questions, or these are fine? Let's check what are the questions we can also look for. Otherwise, we will go with the three questions. I think that is sufficient, but I also want to look what we might be missing. Okay, so why it is taking so much time this time? Great instinct again. You are clearly thinking like a product leader. Questions provide chat GPT मस्का मारने में चैट जीपीटी अभी पूरा माहिर हो गया है. But here are few smart additions you can include for even deeper insights depending on this. What assumptions are we making about users that we haven't validated yet? Are there any internal KPIs we need to influence, like user retentions, engagement? This is a very important question. See, are there any internal KPIs we need to influence, like user intention, engagement on CRED or other services? Those things. Do we plan to integrate this with existing features like CRED Mint, CRED Pay? Of course. For marketing, this great. Now, great. Now, create the complete list with new questions and older questions. Then we will simulate it. Absolutely complete consolidated list, product manager investment side. What is the strategic vision behind launching this investment product? What are the top three goals from business perspective? What would success look like 6 months post launch? What assumptions are we making about users that we haven't validated yet? Are there any internal KPIs that we need to influence engagement with CredPay, CredMint? How does this feature integrate with other financial products in CredMint, CredCash? Okay. Are there any specific platform partners? The questions now, I think, fully fulfilled. I was missing, okay, what are the questions that we would be missing? But now I think there's a very good additional questions that we got. How do this product align with CRED's overall brand and positioning? What the primary user segment we are targeting? Do we focus this feature to attract new segment users or old professionals, wealth focused kind of people? Okay, we have 5 simulations to do. Let's do that. Let's go. Yeah, sometimes no. Provide some positive like affirmations to ChatGPT. It will sense your tonality and also provide you very high quality inputs, because now we are saying, okay, perfect. Now ChatGPT will analyze this response. Okay, because I did it right, now I got a perfect. Now it will again start the flow in that tonality. Just like how humans behave, similarly, ChatGPT is also designed to behave like that. Perfect. Let's go. Would you like me to simulate one of the stakeholders now, like the product manager? Do you can kind of insights you might get? Perfect. Let's go with the first stakeholder. And here to be noticed, I want to use. No, not sorry. I want to use the O3 model. Let's check with this. Yeah, for this one, for questionnaires, let's check with the O3. I want it to think about the questions and the whole thing, then talk. Simulated stakeholder interviews, product manager investment questions, strategic vision behind launching this product. We want CRED to become a default money OS for our members. Okay. Payments build trust, lending, credit cash, mint, added utility. A unified investment tracker completes the loop so users can see, grow, and leverage their wealth without leaving credit. Very nice. Top 3 business goals: engagement. Lift monthly active days per user by +2. Okay, monthly active users by +2. What do you mean by +2? Lift monthly active days. Okay. Monthly active days. Okay. This is a very key, very I mean, I have never got any such detailed response from ChatGPT yet, because I was using the maybe 4.0. This O3 model is very good for such activity, I think. Here, lift monthly active days per user by +2. Means, suppose if I am using CRED from period of 30 days, maybe I'm opening CRED, let's say 15 days. Now it is giving me very specific goal to, let's make it 17 days +2 days more. How do we mark that? Then another thing, assets tracked growth plus 25k crore AUM tracked in a year. Okay, 25,000 crore asset as AUM asset AUM full form. Let's check. Asset some management asset under management. Okay. Monetization runway, mutual fund and lending commissions to contribute more than equal to 10% of 26. Okay, runway, mutual fund and lending commissions to contribute 10% of the. Okay, so monetization strategy is mutual fund and lending commissions equally. I mean, combining to contribute, because we are going to also provide lending through providing collateral as a mutual funds against their mutual funds. So combine that, that should add more than or equal to 10% of the total revenue for 2026. Again, very specific business goals. Then 30% of CRED users have linked to at least investment account, 10% of started on SIP, NPS 25 feature level, more than 70. Okay. 30% of grade. Okay, let me how, what does success look like after 6 months? 30% of active grade users have linked to at least one investment account. 10% have started on SIP. NPS net promoter score is 25 feature level, which NPS 25 means. Okay, let me. NPS 25 means. No. Okay, is it? Ah, okay. I thought net promoter scheme, but I was wrong. See, whenever you think something, but don't just guess, always cross verify your current knowledge with uh, quickly Google it. If NPS 25, don't just assume, okay, this is net promoter score. No, it turned out to be National Pension Scheme 25. It is actually one scheme that is there. 25% allocation of equity investment for subscribers. Okay, so that feature level is more than 70%. NPS 25, 70%. Okay, let's check. Unvalidated user assumption. We assume members trust CRED enough to share PAN level portfolio data. They prefer automation over manual inputs. We need to research, confirm both. Okay, that we need to research. Okay, no problem. Internal KPIs we must influence. Overall retention D180, cross sell into CRED Mint. Overall retention D180. What do you mean by that? If users view their net worth daily, they are likelier to take low interest loans on the same screen. Okay. Okay, so it is saying very deeper insight, I would say. Overall retention D180. Let's say it is overall retention is D180 is their I mean KPI number or ID. Yeah, cross sell into Create Mint or Cash. If users view their net worth daily, they are likelier to take low interest loans on the same scale. Why do that? We must have to check. So, integration with other CRED products. Yes, CRED means so P2P balance as part of fixed income bucket. Okay. CRED cash, pre-approved mutual fund collateral loans. CRED pay, use rewards for direct SIP boost. Okay. Understood. Very relevant. Existing platform and partner deals. We have Sandbox APIs live with CAMS, K FinTech for mutual funds, a term sheet with two AMC for commission sharing. Uh, then for people who do not understand AMC, let me just put it. AMC is some asset management contract. Okay, annual maintenance contract. Refer to asset management company. Okay, asset management company is like something like Nippon, Quant, and all those companies for commission sharing. Exploratory talks with BSE Star Mutual Fund for order routing. Assumptions about technical feasibility. Engineering says periodic daily sync is realistic for launch. Real time may come later. Manual override for offline assets will be MVP fallback. Okay, manual override for MVP fallback. This one I didn't understand. Let me open perplexity. Let's open perplexity. See, sometimes I don't want to, when there is a few things, few questions like this one, I don't disrupt the conversation what I am having, fearing that ChatGPT may divert from the goal or some unnecessary things may add up. That's why I sometimes go to the this thing, or maybe I can use the temporary one. Temporary, where is temporary chat? Okay, temporary chat. Okay, now means thinking. Okay, about three. In plain language, offline assets, contextually functionality, manual override, a human-driven way to achieve some outcome, same outcome when automated. Online path isn't available. MBB fallback, bare minimum contingency. You will ship in the first release. It's not ideal long-term solution, but it guarantees the feature still works under failure condition. One important thing that I will tell you in this what I just did here is, see, some people might have understand that manual override for offline assets will be MVP fallback. This statement, someone who is aware of this statement might be understand, but you would be understanding, okay, इतना सा भी नहीं समझ पा रहा है क्या? So those kind of thing. So when it comes to understanding, never demean yourself or demotivate yourself thinking that okay, I mean this I should be knowing or guessing like that. Always whenever you have any confusion, any doubt, just double cross it, no matter the situation, no matter the yeah, I mean you are with someone else. Why I'm saying is, not everybody understands everything, right? Some people might have understand something, some people maybe miss out, but if you ignore it, it will accumulate. So whenever the confusion comes, always double check it. Don't let your ego or let your fear come into picture, which will what do you call it, mm, overshadow all those ignorance. Okay, I hope you understood what I was trying to mean. In our first step, if those in those statement, okay, let me use the 4O again. Let's see how it is saying. The phrase manual override likely means in the minimum. See, O3 tried to overplayed the whole thing. Oh, sorry. Shit. The phrase override for offline assets formula means if the system, it is for override. If the system cannot access automatically manage certain assets like data or features because it's offline, it will be manual override, minimum viable fallback solution, and basic that reliable way to ensure functionality. Okay, understood. Now, what it this statement means is engineering says periodically delisting is realistic for launch. Real time may come later. Manual override for offline assets will be MBB fallback. Manual override we can cross verify, and they can do for offline assets like real estates and gold jewelry and all those things. They can cross verify this one at the time of MBP. Now coming to key PM insights to carry forward is North Star metric is the AUM, your asset under management, tracked and engagement. What is the size of AUM we are tracking? That will be our biggest metric. Then second will be trust and seamless account linking are critical hypothesis to test in usability testing. Means smooth user onboarding will be very important for the MVP or even for the entire product. Tight integration with CRED, Mint, and CAS must inform information architecture. Launch can SIP with daily sync, manual entry, upgrade to real-time later. These inputs will guide our upcoming how might we statements and the future prioritization. Very important thing, and we will document all these things in our exam later. Now let's go to these inputs will guide our upcoming how might we things. Should we do it right now or should we do it later? Let's complete it. Let's go to next stakeholder. Okay, it's already half an hour. I hope this completes within 1 hour. Stakeholder interview, marketing lead. How does the investment tracker aligns with CRED's brand? Okay, this is the marketing lead. Now, this first question is how does the investment tracker align with the marketing brand? Now, CRED stands for Premium Smart Money Management Tool, showing members their entire wealth beautifully reinforce that we are the concierge. I hope I pronunciate it the right way of their finances, not just a bill payment app. Okay, it is telling that the brand positioning of CRED stands for Premium Smart Money Management Tool, means it provides your overall look for the entire finances, not just bill payment app like credit card, mobile recharge, and all those things. So now coming to the second question, primary user segment you want to target. First wave, existing credit power users, age 25 to 40, metro, high credit score. They already trust us. Have two will Wave 2 will reach mature investors 40-55 through targeted campaigns. Very specific information that you would expect someone, in a startups like this one. In a real world scenario, I expect that this is the type of inputs that I would get from the respective stakeholders. Now, coming to the third question, which is preferred messaging tone, sophisticated but empowering. Copy should feel like a seasoned wealth advisor, not a hype bot. Think your money made clear. Very nice, straightforward, and sophisticated. Okay, coming to launch and promotion plan, soft beta to 10% of our users, waitlist hype. Mhm. Full rollout timed with new financial real buzz. April 1 in-app banners, personalized push, track your net worth in one tap, and influencer explainer on Insta LinkedIn. Okay. Launch and promotion influencer explainers on Insta and LinkedIn. Okay. Understood. Now, will this feature attract a new audience? Yes, wealthy professionals who may not care about the credit card rewards but crave a premium portfolio tool could bump our TAM, means total addressable market, by 20%, even more. Correct? So that is also a lot of business advantages this product can get. Then gamified campaign interactions, light touch tricks, reviewed portfolio 4 weeks, seasonal challenges, spring clean your portfolio. Okay, rewards in credit coins, not cash. Okay, gamified campaign interactions. We can look into this. Key marketing KPIs. Why, see, another thing is, all these things are very nice, very when we are doing it, it sounds very good, but if you if you notice that ChatGPT also forgets on missing things. So you, as a human, you have to memorize all those things. You have to be clear what are the things we have captured from the user research, and make sure you document it really well in your documentation tool, so that you, at the time of designing, you can always refer back to your design findings. Yeah, sorry, research findings. It's not just you, I mean, you be like, okay, I have done like मैंने सब कुछ chat gpt से करवा लिया, अभी chat gpt सब पता है, and chat gpt will give me all the things based on that one. I will assume it's not going to happen. Chat gpt is बहुत बड़ा भुलक्कड़ है, भूल जाता है चीजें. Potential risks and concerns. Over promising, if data sync fails or numbers to look off, trust erodes fast. We need to rock solid accuracy before broad campaigns. If you understood, now rock solid, potential risk and concerns. This is a brand concern or brand risk, right? So it, what I fear is, when we do offline or manual entry of real estate and all those things, the accuracy of calculation might struggle. So I fear, if we find in the defined stage that should be included in our product, or we should do wherever we can do 100% accuracy, we should achieve only that, and we will overlook the entire other things. We will look into that. Now I'm just assuming, we will define that in the defined stage. Key marketing insights to carry forward: brand tone, premium, advisor like, avoid hype. Okay. Launch waves, beta stage, waitlist, FI kickoff campaign. First, we will launch it as beta, limited users. Then we will put as a waitlist, like, periodically few users at a time. Then eventually we will be bug fixing and fixing all those things that we will realize in the post launch feedback. Then KPIs, adoption percentage, push open CTR, click through rate CTR means, then daily minutes bump. Okay. Risk is perception of inaccuracy can damage brand. QA is critical. Okay, the risk is high because inaccuracy can harm. If you notice, how I understood or assume that inaccuracy is a big thing for CRED is, when you, if you notice, when CRED launched their CRED money, they did not give any option for to manually enter the some cash or some other inputs, right? Everything is automated, and they are not doing it periodically or daily. They are taking our permissions for from the respective banks for 6 months. Now for the entire 6 months, they don't have to ask for all those things again, permissions again and again. Correct. And they can track or sync data with 100% accuracy to 6 months. Correct. So that's why I am assuming that we will look into the real estate and the offline jewelry into consideration when we do these type of things. These insights will shape our onboarding copy. See, because another thing is real estate, something like a real estate. CRED cannot assume, or a different real estate provides different type of appreciation, correct? Flats or apartments gives another type, business real estate gives another type, location matters a lot. Then the type of city you are in, the if it is nearer to main road, it is nearer to some other location wise. So a lot of external factors are there in offline assets. That's why we will look into those things at the define stage. Now what it's saying is onboarding copy notification. These insight will shape our onboarding copy notification strategy success matrix as we move on. And also these research will help the marketing team to come up with the onboarding copy, or sorry, the notification strategies, the success metrics things. This not only helps the design team, this also helps the marketing teams as well. So this is good. Let's go to great. Now let's go to next stakeholder. Even if you don't write stakeholder, then it will already smartly assume that next asking for next stakeholder. But why to take that risk? Stakeholder interview engineering lead. Which integrations are feasible for MVP? We have already run pilots with CAMS, K FinTech for mutual funds, Fund Cash for imports, and BSE Star MF for order APIs. Stocks will come via broker authentication tokens like Zerodha Kite Connect, Angel Smart API. Crypto and gold will be phase two. Okay, crypto and gold will be phase two. I was assuming that the coin switch or any other things will be providing APIs, but see, now it is very important to notice that ChatGPT, how they are trained on the data. Currently, cryptos, nobody provides automated tracker for cryptos, correct? And also gold. I thought we would do some USP and we will integrate first time, but the APIs are not available. What if CRED can convince CoinSwitch, CoinDCX type of people to create their APIs? Yeah. Okay. Now coming back, known backend constraints, real-time pulls from every source aren't practical today. We will start with nightly ETL. Okay, what is ETL? What is ETL? ETL means, I hope, extract, transform, load. Okay, real-time pulls from every sources aren't practical today. Real-time pulls from every sources aren't practical today. We will start with nightly ETL jobs from cache, one sync at a time, it is suggesting. Okay, now coming back to move to intraday refresh for high traffic brokers later. Okay, understood. Real time periodic sync, what's realistic? Daily consolidated refresh at 3 a.m. Indian Standard Time for all holdings. On demand pull latest button limited to once per day per user to manage API cost. So at the time the API cost will be high. A lot of things has to simplify. So initially we will provide only one thing at a time, and this is very high accurate answers, I would say, because all these things when we do stakeholder interviews, when I do interviews with engineers at Siemens, they also provide these type of information that we cannot do just like in the design we will do, okay, anytime we just click refresh and it will just sync. No, there is a cost associated with the API or with each refresh call. So they provide one call at a time, So all these things are realistic. So that's why I am happy with what O3 provides. Very much happy compared to 4.0. If you are simulating interviews, O3 is a winner, clear winner. Scalability expectations, we are budgeting for 500k portfolios in a year. Data lake on Snowflake, microservice in Go handles ingest, Kafka queues, push deltas on the tab. Okay, scalability expectations. We are budgeting for 500k portfolios. Okay, scalability expectations means we are targeting millions of users. Now it is saying, okay, the scalability users for year one, we are targeting for 500k portfolios. Data lake on Snowflake and all those things. Kafka queues, push deltas to the app, horizontal auto scale tested to 1 million calls per day. And all those things are very technical, very back end heavy, but we also have to design. In the design wise, we will not give something unrealistic, like they can click on any button any point of the time and they can refresh the whole thing, which is practical. We can provide them after some post launch, let's say for 1 year, after 1 year or some down the year line, but not immediate in the MVP. Fallback if account linking fails, manual CSV PDF upload, smart parts. Users can also add offline assets, cards manually for property, jewelry, etc. Data stored in separate table with user provided tags. Okay, tech stack alignment same as CRED Kotlin microservices go for ingest, React. Okay, same as CRED. So CRED is using Kotlin microservices. Okay, this level of information. Let's check from here which technology tech stack behind CRED. Let's ask Perplexity. Tech stack behind CRED. Tech stack behind CRED and broader CRED modern is cloud infrastructure. CRED runs AWS, okay, microservices. The platform is built using Java microservices with heavy reliance on the Spring Boot framework for services deployment. These microservices use CRED modularized database, MSQL, RDS. Okay, it is nowhere talking about the one what ChatGPT gave. Microservices. Where is the cloud infrastructure? AWS, my backend services. Okay, Java microservices. Spring Boot it is saying, but here it is saying Kotlin microservices plus go for ingest. Maybe it is just bluffing or just giving some false information, but the technologies are real about all this. Some people can be using it, but I don't know if they are using it or where ChatGPT is giving this information. Security, privacy, posture. See, these things can matter and don't matter a lot, because this is a very very technical thing, which is, I mean, from the front end side, from the user side, it is not uh, that much thing. If we define something from the user level, the team is smart enough to find a way to solve that. Shared authentication and encryption modules for PCI level security. सिक्योरिटी प्राइवेसी पोस्चर AES ओके ठीक है, ओके ओके नहीं चाहिए ये वाला, अभी मैं बहुत टेक्निकल हो रहा है, बट आई अज्यूम इट इज समथिंग लाइक दैट. Coming engineering risk, CAS PDF parsing sometimes breaks on format changes. We need robust test harnesses. Also, broker token expiry 0 to 24 hours means we need refresh flows that don't kill UX. Okay. Upcoming engineering risk, parsing sometimes breaks on the format changes. We need robust test harness. Okay. So it is saying, okay, the refresh button that we will provide, We have to test it very very well, so that because of the if it fails, it doesn't provide you the right issue, then it can kill the user experience. So key engineering insight to carry forward is MVP nightly sync and on-demand manual refresh, one extra day, phase 2 intraday sync, crypto gold wings. And one important thing, if you notice here, is these insights, when you are presenting something, you cannot present the whole thing. You can document it in separate way, you can bring it on demand, but these are the things that should be on your presentation, and you will explain all those things verbally. Okay, don't show all these things verbally, just show these things in a use widget kind of thing. Scalable Go Kafka microservices already budgeted. Design should assume batch data arrival, not live streams. Okay, these points will guide feature scoping, onboard flows, taken refresh, manual uploads, data visual latency expectation as we enter to the define and ideal phases. Let's go to next. Okay, this also took 1 hour. I thought it will take lesser time, but this was a whole big thing. And if we would skip this part, imagine how important insight we would be missing out in our design, right? That will come under picture, that will you will make mistakes if you don't conduct these things, and the mistakes will be very very expensive. Imagine if you don't consider this one and you build something and you launched it, what will happen? The the results will not be that much effective as you expect it to be, because these things you did not uh, include in your strategy. Stakeholder interview, compliance and legal lead. What financial data can we legally display? Okay, holdings, historical transactions, realized gains are fine. Projected or guaranteed future returns must be clearly framed as estimates with disclaimers. No performance promises. No promises in terms of projected estimations. This is the strict regulations, right? Otherwise, it will be illegal. So the microcopy or the UX writing has to be that good, and also adhere to the legal compliance. Can we show tax projections? Yes, provided we label them illustrative, cite the assumptions, current slabs, display a consult a tax professional disclaimer. We must also let users download the underlying calculations. There restrictions on portfolio recommendations. We may give insights but avoid language that could be construed as investment advice unless we are registered as a RIA with SEBI. So these are partners who are registered to provide investment advice. Otherwise, it will be illegal and SEBI will take action against you. Use nudges framed as consider rebalancing rather than buy sell now, right? When you write your copies, don't say things like buy sell now. Use are consider rebalancing. We are not telling them okay when to buy or when to sell. We are just suggesting okay, this is a good time to rebalance. You would have noticed the same thing in ticker tab or small case. User consent requirements. In small case, the context is different because there is a fund manager or small case fund manager who uh, manually rebalance your small cases, so that's a different scenario, and that goes also for the mutual funds as well. Privacy regulations to consider. DPDP. Okay, store data in Indian servers, purge CAS PDFs after passing mass full PAN in UI. Allow users to revoke data access anytime. Build a delete my investment data option separate from account deletion. Okay, so you might be I might be getting okay. Store data in Indian servers, purge these documents in full pan UI mask. After passing mask full pan in the UI and allow users to revoke data access anytime. So this is also one of the usability. If you have noticed, right to control is one of the 10 heuristics of usability. So this also provide me, okay, where I have to you know focus on the usability aspect, right? Delete my investment data option, but separate from account deletion, right? Don't delete their accounts mistakenly just deleting my investment account. Okay, now coming to any marketing or copy red flags. No claims like highest returns or beat the market kind of things. Marketing and copy red flags. No claims like highest returns, beat the market kind of thing. We must avoid cooperative superlatives unless statistically proven. Gamification is fine, but no cash price for returns counts as an inducement. Cash prices we cannot provide because that will come into tax, income tax, and all the other kind of things that you will go to. Just provide credit coins. Then with credit coins, they have a different uh, flow for the earning those cash. Upcoming regulatory changes. SEBI's account aggregator push. Be ready to migrate from PDFs to AA APIs in 12 to 18 months. Design must be AA ready. AA SEBI accounts aggregator. Okay, account aggregator. AA stands for account aggregator. Push. Be ready to migrate PDFs to AA APIs within 12 to 18 months. Design must be AA ready. Okay. Okay, so there is a regulation from the SEBI for the account aggregator. So I mean, CRED is an account aggregator. So it is like they okay. Let me open that thing. AA means okay. AA has account aggregators means. In the context of Indian finance, AA account aggregator refers to technology and framework that allows individuals to securely and easily share their financial data with authorized entities such as banks, lenders for specific purposes like loan applications, insurance. Essentially, it acts as a bridge, enabling data transmission between your financial institution and other entity with your consent without and secure. That is what AA compliance does. Okay. So key insights, disclaimers, and tone. Insights is not is equal to advice. Projections clearly labeled. Then explicit PAN consent plus data deletion controls are mandatory. No superlative marketing claims. Gamification okay if non-monetary. If non-monetary, non-superlative marketing claims. Okay. Plan for account aggregator APIs in near roadmap. Stakeholder interview for customer. Okay, it already gave C. Why I specifically say next stakeholder, it only provides me one stakeholder at a time. Because I did not mention the stakeholder, let's go next. Then it gave me both. 3, 4. Huh. Okay, it does the job. But you will see, you noticed how ChatGPT does things differently. So you have to be complete command on the conversation. Okay, coming to the last one, customer insight support lead. Common finance related support queries. Users must often ask, why does my statement show wrong mutual fund cost price? How do I track asset bought outside CRED? Data mismatch is one number one driver of tickets. Okay, now as a designer, the lesser customer support tickets is always a design win, right? If its design fails or technology fails, then the ticket number will go up high. Correct? How you manage it, it's a pure design game. Coming to feedback about investment tracking, in our existing beta test, users love one view net worth about complaint. If sync lags less than 24 hours or more than 24, okay, in our existing beta test, users love one view net worth but complain if sync lags 24 hours. Okay. They also want a way to exclude short-term trading positions from long-term assets. Okay, so feedback from they want. I mean, users have two different type of investing, right? There are long-term tradings, then there are short-term tradings. Means, suppose I have invested in some stocks or mutual funds, and put it. I am not selling it. I have put it for 2 3 years. But there will also be some of the investment that I will be doing for periodically things. Let's say I am hearing that okay, there are some good news about HDFC Bank, so I bought 100 shares of HDFC Bank for, let's say, 20 days. Correct. Now I am not. It is not intraday. Correct. It can go for what we call it a swing trade or any other in the I mean in the trading terminology. So in those scenarios, there can be some of the ways where they want to see long term differently and short term differently, and how we solve it in the design, that is also one challenge. But the support team gets this type of feedback, that can get this type of feedback. Drop off points in financial tools. Biggest drop off is during account linking, when we request email OTP for SaaS, cash access. Adding a save and resume helped, but UX can improve. Okay, important thing. Misconception we should address. Users think returns shown are post tax. Clarify that clearly. Also, many confuse CAGR with absolute return. Tooltips helps. Okay. Top feature request from pilot users: manual property value entry, push notification when portfolio falls. This downloadable tax report. Then support KPI impacted. We aim to keep new feature ticket volume under 0.5% of active users. Clear enough FAQs and explainers will be crucial. Okay, see how behind the scenes in these big startups like this, how they manage their the number of tickets that are raised, how they are quantified all those informations, right? These are numbers, and numbers never lie. Key support insights: data accuracy and sync speed, biggest satisfaction drivers. Account linking frictions needs UX polish, OTP flows, save resume. Uh, Clear financial terminology tooltips, reduce confusion tickets, provide manual asset inputs, draw value alerts, tax downloadables early. With these final stakeholder insights, the empathize phase is fully covered. From user, business, tech, compliance, support. We can now confidently move towards the define phase. Give me one more last thing. Give me a consolidated. Give me a con. Should we provide consolidated? Don't need. Okay. With this, I think this one is completed. I will go back to our reasoning model. With this, our stakeholder thing is completed. So the next step is to create a fixam file and document all those things what we have captured here, because we cannot come back to ChatGPT and look for what are we things are. We have to document it and structure it in fixam, so that other team members can also collaborate, also go through any point of time, and also you can get or you can refer back whenever you want, because you have structured it in a way when you can easily find it. But in terms of ChatGPT, you have to go through all those things again and again. That will be a whole different task. So this is for the episode 4, and with this Finally, the empathize stage is done. The next part will be, we will be documenting the empathize stage in the fixam, and then we will go to the define phase. So one more thing, if you are new to this course or new to this channel, please consider subscribe. This will help me and also help you, because I will come up with these type of real world or practical design sessions. I will do the design in the real world without no any script or anything. I will just free flowingly do all those things, and whatever mistakes or whatever things that I'll be coming with, I will just do commentary, or will explain what my design thinking is there, and also why. I mean, all those design rationales I will explain. So consider subscribing. And if you want something specific, you have any queries or anything related to this, please let me know in the comment section, or reach out to me in LinkedIn. Just search for Simant Parida, or I will put it in my LinkedIn links in the description. Okay. So thank you for watching this video or this session. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.